morning, everyone. Thank you. It might feel unusual to kick off a Fintech conference with talking about socks. But that's exactly what I want to talk to you about today. When you think about a small and medium-sized business, you think about your local coffee shop, your local flower shop, your local plumber. Some might think about a local innovative startup. These are all great examples of small businesses and the role they play in the communities where we live. So the socks that I showed you, I buy a company called Bombas. Some of you might be familiar with it. Bombas is a Bill customer, and they've innovated and created the comfiest socks in the world. But what they also do is, for every pair of socks you buy, they donate a pair of socks to the nonprofit organizations that help those in need. Bombas, over time, has donated over 100 million pairs of socks. Small product, fast-growing SMB, huge impact on the community. And that growth for Bombas and other SMBs like them is in part enabled by and empowered by the technology solutions that all of us offer to SMBs. Bombas is a great example of small businesses around the country that serve the needs of our communities. And in total, SMBs make up a significant opportunity for our industry. Let's just take a look at a few statistics when it comes to small businesses. There are 33 million small businesses in the US alone. They account for half of 370 billion spent on technology solutions, and that doesn't account for billions more spent in payments. Just last year alone, Bill, who serves about 500,000 of SMBs, processed 1% of US GDP in payments while supporting these small businesses. It's a lucrative and an exciting market, but it also is a notorious hard one to serve. Because every one of those 33 million SMBs have a very unique need. They represent different industries. They have different types of revenue, spend, employee needs, subject matter expertise that they can rely on. They expect the simplicity of a consumer product, but what they also need are strong, powerful, sophisticated automation technology solutions. There's great enterprise-level solutions out there, but Enterprise Lite is really not an option for an SMB because SMBs are unique and they need those bespoke technology solutions to serve their specific need. Which brings us to an important question. How can we, as part of the fintech industry, serve the unique and evolving needs of SMBs and do that at scale? I want to talk to you today about a couple trends I see in the industry and how we together can address the needs of SMBs by following those trends. I've served SMBs my entire career around the world. I've been with Intuit and GoDaddy and Typeform and now Bill, and I've spent lots of my time talking to these brave entrepreneurs who started these small businesses to better understand the continuous need for technology solutions they have. And they have the strong need for the technology solutions. But what they don't want to continue to do is to continue to expand this giant breadth of a tech stack that they have to manage every day. If we take a step back, pre-pandemic, 2017, half of SMBs didn't even have a website. During the first 6 months of the pandemic, we saw the adoption of technology solutions by SMB accelerate by at least 7 years. And coming out of the pandemic, we see that SMBs on average have 7 different point solutions that they manage and use every day to run their business. And while that acceleration in digital adoption is exciting, what we also recently hear from our customers and from SMBs in general is that at least half of the technologies they adopted during the pandemic, there was a need to do so, they actually don't satisfy their needs. Which brings us to an interesting inflection point. The needs of SMBs are evolving, so how do we as an industry evolve to serve them? In some way, these inflection points, and especially the need to provide a more streamlined, cohesive experiences across the tech stack, are an interesting inflection point and opportunity for us as an industry. One of the big lessons we learned in working with SMBs is that they do want those sophisticated automation solutions, but they need a very simple and very integrated experience to run them. This was a big priority for me as I joined Bill in my first year at Bill. And in fact, last September, we released our first integrated financial operations platform. Bill has been around for 17 years, and we would provide state-of-the-art, best-in-class solutions, point solutions, to solve the needs of our customers. AP automation, AR automation, spend and expense management, cash flow management, amazing solutions, but they were point solutions. And what we hear from our customers, they need them to be integrated. They need those solutions to work together to offer the breadth of jobs to be done, to be solved, but in a way that's very seamless and easy to use. So let's go back to our customer, Bombas. They've adopted Bill's integrated financial operations platform. They use the breadth of it, from AP automation to payments and other solutions. And that's how they're able to see a full visibility of their cash flow while using the same platform they're familiar with, without all the context switching between the point solutions. And we're not the only company that's doing that. Many companies in our industries are working on bringing together these integrated solutions, which is an exciting trend for SMBs. But that raises the next question: how do we continue to do it at scale across solution providers? The answer lies in us working together across the full tech stack and coming up with integrated ecosystems across the different solution providers. We hear the feedback from SMBs for the need of the powerful, simple technology. But the jobs to be done of an SMBs are critical, they're difficult, they're important, and they need help. They're not simple jobs. Each one of those jobs to be done have many point solutions to choose from, just like you see here. The solutions are out there. Those point solutions are out there, but they're point solutions. Look at this tech stack. The burden is on that small business owner to piece together that tech stack, to piece together the solutions across the workflows, across the providers. We see some of the solution providers working towards that integrated ecosystem, starting at the data layer, single sign-on layer, which is great. But what about those workflows? What about providing the experiences and solving for those jobs in the context of what SMB is doing at the time and where that SMB is at? Aside from it being challenging for SMBs to piece together a tech stack, it's also a very costly proposition for all of us, for providers. It takes a lot of effort to try to bring that customer to your solution, instead of bringing your solution to where that customer is at already. There's an opportunity here. There's an opportunity to connect the dots and create that integrated, seamless ecosystem for our customers. Embedded solutions, I believe, is a great new innovation for fintech and can serve more SMBs at much greater scale. It can serve those SMBs in the context of what they're doing, it can serve those SMBs where they're at, and can provide a full integrated experience for that customer. It's a step forward for SMB experience, and it's a step forward for our industries. At Bill, we've been evaluating doing embedded solution and partnering across the ecosystem for some time. We've embedded with accountants, we've embedded with financial institutions, and just hot off the press,